Here it comes. Oh, it's a Walleye! It's a Walleye, baby! It's a Walleye! Fuck yeah!
Hi, my name's Dave, and I've spent most of my life outdoors here in Canada's western frontier. I believe one thing to be true. Outside is therapy. It's where we both reconnect and disconnect. I hope you come with me as we build, explore, and repeat.
What's going on, everybody? It's the middle of the week, and I'm having some creative problems in the shop right now. We're getting ready to move shops, and therefore we have the opportunity to put together our install bay. And I don't know how I'm going to do that yet because of the specific way that we install canopies and the way that we're going to be. So I'm at like this weird, let's call it writer's block, I guess, designer's block, adventurepreneur's block. And so it's 3:30. It's beautiful out right now. It's -4. There's not a stitch of wind. There's just the slightest breeze. And Zeus hadn't been outside for a while, and I need some vitamin D, and we only got maybe 2 hours worth of sunlight. So I came out to the lake, and we're just going to punch a couple of holes, sit on a bucket, and see if we can't pull any fish out of here. They got a bunch of shacks over there. Caleb and I were over there as well, and our auger shit the bed. So I'm just going to post up here with Zeus, and we're going to do a little dangling. Shout out to Steve. How you doing, bees? You want to come do some fishing? All right, guys. I don't have my hopes up because I'm not a good fisherman, or especially a good ice fisherman. We're gonna see how we do with jigging. I got a bunch of bait too. I got some minnows, some mealworms. There is a lot of structure in the ice this year as well. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm also gonna set up that tip up. So these are cool. I just picked this up for like, let's see, these are like $7 a piece at Sportsman's Den in Red Deer. It's made by Celsius. Celsius makes a lot of economy brand ice fishing gear up here in Canada. All right, so you just put that guy in there. Then you get your flag, and you put it in that hole. It's gonna come out the bottom there, and then just kind of push it through until it's gonna want to go through that hook there. So if you have to grab something persuasive to do it, don't be shy. There we go. Then you got some line here, and then this guy just goes like that. And then when the spool starts to go, boing. So let's go drill another hole. All right, we're gonna go for some panfish on this tip up, so I can at least catch something. And let's go, these are still pretty frozen probably. Oh yeah, not bad though. They're fishy. Here we go. So we're gonna take this guy, we're gonna tear it in half. There we're going to put a minnow head on this jig. Like that. And that's what we're going to send down there. Where down we are. This is where some sort of tech would be nice. But again, this fishing tech is like thousands of dollars. Y'all are crazy. Yeah. Oh, that's probably 5 or 6 feet below the surface. I am just absolutely in love with this bumper, fellas. Truly. It came out so well. Shout out again to New Fab and Coastal Off-Road, because this thing is glorious and it's made my life so much nicer. So happy. Now I just gotta catch fish. And it's only 4:15. 4:15 in Canada in December. Night comes quick. Alright guys, it's Saturday. We've been ice fishing 3 times this year and we haven't caught a damn thing. Morning, cat. So it's early morning, it's 7:30. We're going to grab Steve's auger and what are you doing? Huh? Cats. We're gonna grab Steve's auger and we're gonna head to Sylvan Lake this time, because I hear the white bite's pretty strong out there. So guys, we're not having a good day today. I'm having some transmission problems right now. I can't seem to shift out of 3rd gear. I'm at like 4,000 RPM. Oh, there we go. Fudge. Okay, all right. Transmission's not doing well, so that's something we're gonna have to look at. But we're back. We're actually back at Sylvan. I made it all the way back. So let's get set up. This tent is way better than that other shack. So here it looks like we're sitting on about 14 inches of ice, which is enough. We're gonna do some jigging in this hole, and then we're gonna set up a dead stick in this other one. I'm gonna go for a large pike on that one, I think. Putting a couple pieces of day-old pizza on top of the buddy heater here so I can have a chow. But as you guys can see, we are in a different ice shack than you would have seen earlier. Shout out to Woody's RV, by the way. This Kuma chair is the tits, and I love it. I love it, love it. They gave me a dog bed for Zeus that is identical to this chair this year at the AOA Expo, and they are a dealer for Kuma. So if you guys want to get a Kuma chair, reach out to the team at Woody's RV and their parts department, and they'll get you guys all hooked up here. I'll flip that guy around, and obviously you guys can, like I said, you can see we're in a new shack. I did end up picking this up because the shack, the $100 shack that I bought, was just too small for me and another person in it. And I kind of want to do ice fishing with other people. So I'll show you the shack that I got. It's very, very cold out here too, by the way. So This is the Woods Toaster 3. And it's an insulated shack. It pops up just like every other shack. It's got the like an Eskimo or a Fable or whatever. No, I got my ice pack mounted in. It is so cold out here. So I really like this thing. I love Woods products. They're a Canadian company, and it's just too cold outside here. Cannot be out there with gloves out. It's about minus 23 right now, I think. That's without the wind chill. With the wind chill, we're pushing about minus 30. So it's pretty cold. Even with the buddy heater on full blast, we are icing up quite a bit. Fish on, guys. Fish on. Woo-hoo-hoo. Oh wow, there's some good head shakes. Pike maybe? Yeah, baby. We've only been set up for like 10 minutes, yo. Oh, this is crazy. What do we got? Here it comes. Oh, it's a wally! It's a wally, baby! It's a wally! Fuck yeah! Oh my god, it's a good wally! It's a good wally, guys! My god! Oh man! Guys! Wow! Alright, come here, you. Oh! Wow! Let's get this hook out of him. Wow! Guys! Look at that! Oh, what a beauty! Oh, what a beauty! Oh man, okay. Let's get him back. Oh man, okay. Alright guys, so we're gonna get rigged back up here, and that was awesome. So let's get another. My minnows are frozen, so I'm kind of just picking off the heads and hooking them up. Oh, that was incredible. So good. All right. Very cool. All right, guys, the skunk is off. This is epic. That wally bit on this little ice spoon with a treble hook with a minnow head on it, so you know we're gonna do that again. This is great. Oh man, so happy. I got a mark fish on my Garmin here. Alright guys, earlier this year I picked up a new toy. That's the Garmin Fenix 7 Pro. I'm going to start fishing. I'm going to log catch, and it just says fish and location saved. So we've caught that walleye here, so now I'm going to keep my eye on that stick. I'm going to keep jigging this hole. That was awesome. Alright guys, the bite's pretty slow right now, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to switch up. I don't know what's under me right now, so I know there's walleye down there for sure. That's about it. But I picked up some of these guys. These Pro Series tungsten nymph jig. So I'm gonna chuck one of these down there. Fella on the Alberta Fishing Buddies Facebook page was saying that the whitefish really like yellow, so it's got a nice yellow pattern to it, a little bit of orange, and it's just a little baby jig. So we're gonna send that down there and just see what that does. Still nothing on that minnow, which I'm quite curious about. So let's we'll get this jig head back down there and go for another hour or so until we're done. Then we'll come back out tomorrow and do it all again. You know, it doesn't seem to matter how thick the ice is. When you hear those big ice cracks, probably can't do it any justice, but it's like a really deep crack and then an echo, and you can hear it echo through the ice. It's very unnerving. It's time to flip the ear flaps up. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys so much. If you like this kind of stuff and you like watching bearded, hefty guys go out into the ice and do some ice fishing, this channel's for you. We also do a lot of other stuff too. We do some cool 4x4 driving, adventure truck builds, so many awesome things that you can do in the outdoors, and that's why we like to live free and be wild. So I'm going to encourage you guys to do the same thing. Live free, be wild, get out there, and chase some adventure a little bit. That crack was like right here. It was right here. Oh, okay. What a nerve-wracking day. See you guys later.
The river's gonna cry when you're gone.